Okay, so we are back on site, this time in Damascus, Maryland, outside of Washington, D.C. House is up here. This whole area back in here is for a fellow concrete guy. And he's got a pretty awesome setup, as you can see. And he got all of these 30 panels. They're 380 watts each. He made his own array. This is all repurposed off of another building, and we have it set up in a 7S2P configuration for the first string and an 8S2P configuration on the second string. They are feeding everything through. Take you underneath quick. You can see the wire management's pretty. Everything looks good. Each string comes into our main disconnects on the panel, or actually on the side of this little shed. They come up through this LB inside the inverter and battery room. This is a tiny little shed. This is a complete off-grid system, so it actually has a ground bond at a main panel after the inverter this time, which is different from our on-grid ones. So you come around the battery room. It looks so nice. So now what we've got, main load panel. It's got the ground bond in it. We have a pre-sub panel that's just inverter input, and you can see it's coming in 50 amps on 2 legs. And we have all this extra space in here to parallel in more of these 6000 XP units to create more amperage and more service. And then that gets jumped right over into the main panel that right now just has a 100 amp sub panel to another building, which I'll show you, and a 20 amper running some outlets and some lights in here. And then we have the infamous charge inverter dual setup like on the last job. This panel here gets energized by the generator. The generator comes on, call to start from these guys when the battery levels are low, and they literally just start charging out into our batteries. And we have 2 of the Watts Miner 300 amp hour. They're 280 amp hour, but they're testing at like 316. And these are beautiful LFP 300 amp out, 200 amp in, continuous awesome battery modules. They're at 99.4% and 98.6%. Awesome. 1000 amp bus bars. Lots of room to grow here. I guess I'll just click that in. And then we move over to the powerhouse itself. No grid input, no generator input, just load out and solar. Another really cool part about this is that 100 amp breaker that was in there comes out and through. He dug trench all through here yesterday and ran 100 amp service line. Look, see, real concrete guys drive Cummins. And you come into his shipping container all the way over here, and that SER comes in on this little sub panel in here. You've got a little area there for adding a 50 amp twist lock for a welder. He's got some outlets here for the compressor. He's got wired lighting in here that comes on with motion, which is awesome. Look at how beautiful this shop is. Everything's organized and nice. The man himself in his office. So now he's got to change those sensors out. They're tripping too fast. But man, is this system great. And now he's got so much room to expand and grow and turn his little power station shed into something really, really different and cool. Well, we're running almost 6 o'clock at night. I've been here since 9 o'clock in the morning. We started driving at 5:45 this morning. I'm gonna get cleaned up, guys, and call this project a wrap. Pretty awesome though, right? Totally independent, 32,000 watts of storage to start. 6,000 watts, 30 amps off grid, and plenty of room to grow out the station. All right, that wraps up another one. Heading out.